back to the Transform Your Mind, the Transform Your Life radio and podcast. This episode is my weekly talk with you on 5 minutes with Coach Myrna. And today, I want to talk to you on the topic of how to develop trust in your intimate relationships. So we're going to talk about 4 types of trust. There's care, competence, consistency, and character. So if you are trusting someone, you're trusting them with one of these areas or all 4 of these areas. So let's dissect them and see what trust looks like in each one of these competencies. All right. The first one is care. When we care about our partners, we put our emotion in their hands so that they can care about what is best for us and not what's best for them. We want them to care about our well-being. So examples of care could be going beyond the call of duty to help you move. You know how many people hate moving you out, but if they care about you, they will come and help you move, right? Another thing would be accompanying you to a doctor's appointment. Let's say that you're sick and you don't even ask them to come with you to the doctor, but they just care about you. So they will offer to come and take you to the doctor, right? Another thing would be if you're sick. A lot of people just went through COVID. And when somebody hears that somebody is sick, they come and offer, what can they do for you? Can they bring you some soup? Is there anything that you want someone to do for you? So that is a level of care. You know, my husband had surgery. I had to care for him. And he put his trust in me that I would actually care for him and look after his well-being and his best interest. And, you know, if what had happened was he had surgery and I didn't care about him and I didn't do anything for him, then he would have learned not to trust me, right? But he actually trusted me because I cared for him and I made sure that he was okay. All right. Now, the second one is competence. The second type of trust I want to talk about is competence. You trust that your partner is competent to handle financial matters, say, for instance. If you're sick, to handle your care and make decisions that is best for you and not best for them. A lot of times we are sick and we are not able to make decisions for ourselves. So what they do, they go to your next of kin, and that next of kin have to make decisions. So you're hoping that they're competent enough to make the best decision, right? You also trust their opinions and recommendations. That's called competence. You know, if I were to go to my husband and I ask him a question, is because I know he's competent to give me the answer. And I would trust his answer that he gives me because I know he's competent. And if he's not competent, then I'm not going to trust his responses. I'm not going to trust his opinions, right? So that's one thing. Now, the third one I want to talk about is character, because it is a big one, right? And normally when we talk about trust, we're normally talking about the character of a person and their high moral compass, right? Because we want to look at these people and follow their lead. You know, and when we say that someone has character, they practice what they preach, and they are valuable in interdependent relationships because they have a good reputation, they have a strong opinion, and down-to-earth advice, and they are trustworthy. Now, another way that we can look at character is, let's say that you know that your man is not going to cheat on you because of his character, right? You know that he's going to have your back because of his character. So yes, we look at the character of a person and we trust that character. It doesn't mean that sometimes your trust is misguided, but we're trusting it, and we're trusting it based on past experience and the data that we have collected on this person in the past. And that's how we form our opinion. And the fourth one is the fourth level of trust that I want to talk about is consistency. Your partner shows consistency when they're reliable and you know that they always have your back. They may not be an expert, but they are reliable, present, and available when you need them. They have been with you through the highs and the lows, the thick and the thin, the vow that we take when we get married, in sickness and in health. They're with you. They are consistent, right? So like I started off our conversation talking about, these are the four types of trusts that make relationships flourish. And why are we in a relationship? Let's look at that for a minute, right? And I love this quote, and I'm going to share it with you. It says that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Some people come into your life for a season, bringing change and excitement, but the relationship ends like all seasons do. But you're richer because of it, because they were there and they brightened your life and they did something good for you. Let's assume it's the springtime season or the summertime season, and they brighten your life. We're hoping that you don't have a winter season with this person. But all right, another person might come into your life for a reason, and that may be to help you grow or to support you through a difficult time. And it feels that they have been sent by God to guide you through this difficult experience. And when they get you through, they're no longer there because they were only there for a reason. And then finally, they're your lifetime people that stand beside you through the thick and thin, loving you when even you have nothing to give them. Now, when we're talking about relationships and when we're talking about trust in relationships, we are hoping that we're talking about your lifetime partner that you can build with and you can grow with and you can trust and you can love, right? Because, love is a gift, and it's a gift without any strings attached, so you need to trust love. And remember also that you can't give what you don't have. So if you are wanting to be someone to come into your life for a season or a reason or for a lifetime, you need to be on the other end, someone's season, someone's reason, or a lifetime partner, right? So you also have to be what you want, give what you want to receive. Remember, trust is earned. Trust is central to every relationship. Trust is about intention. So we also have contractual trust, which is useful in business. If you're going to have a partnership with somebody, you want to be able to trust your partner, right? So that's contractual trust. And then mutual trust comes from a place of goodness. You both trust each other. You both feel that, you have good character, you have good care, you have good consistency, and you have good competence. So you both trust each other. And pure trust is when you know that another person is, like they say, your ride or die person. They're always going to be there for you. Now, that is pure trust. Now, a lot of people feel that they can't offer that true trust because they believe the Bible scripture that says men will disappoint you, not if, but when. But you still need to trust. You need to learn to develop trust. And a lot of times you can develop trust by just asking for what you want. So when you ask for what you want and someone gives it to you, it's the building block for trust. You tell them also how you want to be loved. And if they do it, then that's another building block for trust. Communicate the areas where there is dissatisfaction, right? Somebody's got to know what you want. Build trust by telling your partner what would make you feel loved. Because, you can't say, I don't trust this person. They don't show me care. They don't show me competence. They don't show me good moral character, and they're not consistent when you don't tell them what you want. So start by seeing what you want, asking for what you want. And then when that person gives it to you, then you build trust that you know that they're trustworthy. All right. Well, listen, guys, thanks for tuning in to 5 Minutes with Coach Myrna. I hope that you were inspired today and you learned something about trust in your relationships. So I also, before I go, I want to invite you to join my life coach group on Facebook. It's a private group. And basically, it is an inspiration during the week. We have, hundreds of coaches that give inspirational messages, including myself, on a daily basis. So I want to invite you to join. So once again, thanks for tuning in to the Transform Your Mind radio and podcast. And this has been an episode of 5 Minutes with Coach Myrna. So until next time, namaste.